Okay. So good morning, everybody. Um, in as much as it's been good so far, but from January to November, I believe December is going to be way better for every one of us. Happy New Month! It does not have a choice at all. Happy New Month, everybody! Officially, we are live. So for those who are online, you are welcome to another episode of Pinnacle Citadel. So at least 80 to 90% of the class, you have to be in attendance for you to be qualified. Also, your business has to be registered. It has to be legally recognized by the Nigerian state, by Nigeria, that you are the owner of this business. This business is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Then you also need to have done our assignment. Please, there's still enough room for us to do those things. The assignments have been given for the sake of those who have not been actively involved. We are going to be sending the assignments again on the group so that you can sort them out. They are not really hard, they are very easy, and there are things you can do without stress. It's just for you to take some time, 1 hour, 2 hours of your time, and really indulge them and engage. And you see that you are done, and you submit to the Google Mail, the Gmail that was sent to the group. It's already pinned on the WhatsApp platform. So all you have to do is just to click on the link, go to the Gmail, and just send your assignment there. It's very, very easy, straightforward and easy. So I'm just going to be touching a bit of what our external facilitator will be doing. We're looking at taxation, permits, and government compliance. So we are going to be touching it a bit, but before we continue, we are just going to take a very short break before we continue. We're going to take a very short break before we continue. But this is basically the topic we are going to be touching today: taxation, permits, and government compliance. This is something, before we go on the short break, this is something every entrepreneur that wants to stay long in business should see. You cannot do without this knowledge. It's very, very important. Your knowledge and your understanding of how taxes run, of how the government taxes business, because taxes is also one of the ways in which the government generates revenue for themselves, and it is a very good way. In a very structured, very organized society like the Western world that we know, taxation is a very integral part of their life. Water rates, you pay water rates, you pay electricity bills. Like Nigeria, we are even very, very, very flexible when it comes to tax. Nigeria, we really don't stress ourselves. They said that one of the best places to start a business in the world currently is Nigeria, it's Africa, because the level of taxation, the way the government monitors your business, you have some level, is very, very limited and reduced. There's a level of there's a level of freedom business and brand owners have when it comes to running their businesses in Africa that you can't find in the Western world. The Western world, they are very strict when it comes to taxes, very strict when it comes to compliance to government policies as regards business, and sometimes it takes a whole lot for you to run business successfully in the Western world. But come here in Nigeria, anybody can just wake up one morning with a business idea, get a place, a shop or an office, does just basic CAC registration, and the person is already on their way, is already doing his business. Nobody really stresses you that much. So, but notwithstanding, we still need to understand the taxation, permit, and government compliance needed for every business to effectively run in Nigeria. And you may not always be in Nigeria. You may still take your business. That's the prayer. We don't pray that we end in Nigeria. We are praying that we go trans-territorial, we go global. That's one of the plans. That's one of the prayers. That's one of the vision we have for Pinnacle Brainiacs Academy, that every brand represented here, we go beyond the shores of Benin, beyond the shores of Nigeria, and even transit and transcend into other clients, both in Africa and globally. So you have to understand taxation, permits, and government compliance, because in the long run, not understanding this and not complying to these things will negatively affect every business. It will surely negatively affect every business. Even businesses that understand these things, entrepreneurs that understand these things, some of them are still faced with lawsuits and legal issues. Go to court consistently to battle your competitors, to answer to the government, and so on and so forth. So it is very, very important that every business person understands this. So I just want us to do one slide before we go for the short break. All right, so we are going to be looking at taxation. It's going to be quite a long one, but we are not intending to waste your time. We are not intending to spend too long. So we said taxation refers to mandatory financial charges imposed by the government on individuals and businesses. Taxation refers to mandatory financial charges imposed by the government on individuals and businesses. Revenue funds, infrastructure, security, education, healthcare, and public services. It is compulsory for all businesses. So taxation is a very compulsory part of businesses. So this is just like an introduction while we expect some more people to join in. Someone just reached out to me that we should wait a bit, so he wants to join in. So we are going to be taking a short 5 minutes break. Then we come back and fire it down. So don't touch the dial. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Are we good? Yeah, good, right? Okay, welcome back from the short break. So like we were saying, we said we have a facilitator. We talked about it the last time. So today we have a facilitator that will be taking us on taxation, taxation permits and government compliance as regards to businesses and entrepreneurship. So, and it's already here with us, it's already seated with us. And I want every one of us to pick our pens, our papers, and be ready to jot things down, because there's so much value that will be dropping. So, without wasting much time, we have the person of Mr. Dayo J. Oguni that will be taking us on that. Thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Who will control the slide? Okay. Okay.
I will do that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah. So I hope you are set to learn. Good morning. So we are talking about. My name is Dayo Oguni, as he has said, and today we are looking at taxation. You understand? So every organized society, or let's use every country, one of the major source of revenue for countries, apart from their natural resources and everything, is taxation. Countries like United Kingdom now, that's the Great Britain, they are very low on mineral resources. One of the major ways they get revenue is through taxation. So taxes are important, not just for countries' development, but for embarking on infrastructural projects. Sure, you understand? So we're looking at taxation, permits, and government compliances. They're talking about just the same thing. When you say taxation, these are, please hope we are following. I know we are still following online. So when we say taxation, these are mandatory payments. We all know of taxes now, compulsory payments that are made by citizens to government for the purpose of carrying out government policies, government programs, infrastructural development. I'll move to the next slide, please. Infrastructural development like roads, bridges, and everything. Please, are we following? Yes. So taxes they are mandatory, they are compulsory. In some countries today, I don't know if you have seen all these footballers, they take them to court because they didn't pay tax. Yes, it's an offense, big one, when citizens refuse to pay tax. So an ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You can't say you don't know. You have to know. As entrepreneurs, I believe we are working for a real estate company, so definitely we want to own our businesses later. So you must understand. You can't say because you are ignorant and everything. No. So taxation refers to mandatory financial charges imposed by the government on individuals and businesses. That means to say it is not just individuals that pay tax, businesses pay tax. Pinnacle bidders pay tax, because we have different type of taxation, which we are going to see today. So it's revenue funds infrastructure, security, education, healthcare, and public services. It's compulsory for all businesses. Yes, taxation serves as revenue for government. It funds businesses. It funds for security, for education, for healthcare. Yes, so taxation is one of the ways government gets revenue to fund all these government projects. It's a pity in Nigeria, government collect taxes and most times we don't see it. But in developed societies, you as a citizen, when you've paid your tax, you have the right to demand from your government, because you've just fulfilled your obligation. So government should fulfill what they ought to do. That's your right. They should give you the things that is needed. So do you understand? So taxes are mandatory. They are mandatory. They are compulsory. Is it clear now? So taxes are compulsory payments made by individuals and businesses. Hope we know that when companies are registered, they are a separate entity. Do you understand? So they are entity. They are not. So Pinnacle Bidder is different from Mr. Samson. Hope you understand. So while Mr. Samson can pay maybe his personal tax, maybe he has maybe some type of tax like value added tax and everything, Pinnacle Bidder also pay taxes. Do you understand me? So we've seen the meaning of taxes that is mandatory and everything. So please, next slide, please. Thank you. So the importance of taxation in businesses. Say tax compliance help entrepreneurs avoid penalties, build credibility, access grant loans, maintain good financial records, and operate without government interruption. When you say tax compliance, like when you follow, you pay your taxes. One of the things helps you as an entrepreneur is to, when you say avoid penalties, the issues that come with not paying your taxes, it helps you build credibility. I like using some, as a business owner, your business can be shut down by the government if you don't pay your tax. Yes, they can shut it down. I love football. Many footballers, some of them, they almost went to jail. Even great Messi, one was taken to court for they didn't pay. So government don't play with this. Especially when you are a big business, they don't. And if you default, if you see that money, you still pay it too. Though you have been maybe you're taken to jail or whatever, that money that you didn't pay, you still pay it. So one of the reason why entrepreneurs must have tax compliance is that it helps them to access grant loans. Like maybe you need loans for your business, they check your tax history. Even if you want to even come out for public office, you have to have a tax record, tax payment. Yes. So you come out for public office, maybe tomorrow you want to become a governor or whatever, you should show that you have an evidence of tax payment. Then maintain good financial records and operate without government interruption. The government of a country is number one. Yes, the people have rights and whatever, but government coordinates the country. So if you want your business to grow, you must move in line with government. Please, are we following? Hope I'm not too fast. I don't want this to just be an academic lecture. We want to see understand, if at all, because apart from being to real estate, I'm also I've been teaching for quite a while now. So at least I'm just trying to say, hope our viewers online are following. We have online viewers, right? So the importance of tradition. So please, as entrepreneurs, don't try to say you want to avoid paying tax. Please don't do that. The gains that you think you will make, would the losses you will make from that will far outweigh the gains you think you make, because once government is aware, you pay times two. First of all, you are going to face challenges for your business, your business will be shut down, then the tax you refuse to pay before, you are still going to pay it. So tax compliance, please, the next slide, because you see I'm really, so type of taxes. Yes, types of tax applicable to SMEs, are small and medium enterprise in Nigeria. Then let's look at company income tax, CIT. Now, for a limited liability company like Pinnacle Brainiacs, company tax is they say 30% for large firms. Yes, when it comes to company taxes, please, are we following? We have large companies, we have medium companies, we have small, as they call it, small enterprise. Now, the annual taxable income for a company is 30%. For big companies, at least companies that their turnover yearly is above 100 million, that's a big company. But for a small firm, maybe like their annual turnover is like maybe 25 million, it's not to 30%. But company tax is 30%, the annual tax of the company. That's for large companies. Are we following? So let's say, for example, now the profit of Pinnacle Brainiacs is maybe 100 million or 200 million. So they are going to pay a tax of 30%. Running, for example, 100 million, that's 30 million yearly. It's high, but you should, because government feels that they are providing you security. Because the reason we are here today, because there's security. But there's security. So we are afraid now. Yesterday I was on the bus and coming, we had all those, it's a knockout bomb, but they call it, people, set of bandits, all those things. Yeah, so it's the inequality in the country, but government fees, they are giving you security, they are giving you services, so you should, if at all, pay your tax to them. So that's it. So company income tax for large firms, then there's exemption for SMEs under, so that's 35 million revenue. Those people that their revenue is not 25 million yearly, there's exemption. You have to grow. That's for small business. But for a large business, above, when working at a large firm, people that at least their revenue is up to 100 million a year, that's a large firm. So they tax 30%. But for small businesses, no. So Pinnacle Brainiacs is an entity. So I'm going to use Pinnacle Brainiacs, but that's where I am. They pay tax yearly. Then we look at VAT, that's value added tax. That's charge on goods and services and remitted to the Federal Internal Revenue Service. Now, VAT is 7.5%. The form of indirect tax. When you buy goods and services as small as biscuits, you pay tax. The price you are paying for that biscuit is taxed. The amount you are paying. So it's an indirect tax paid by the consumer. It is the consumer of a product. Like this anki I bought now, I pay tax on it. The amount I paid, the tax is involved. It's called value added tax, tax on goods and services. So everybody pay tax in a way. You think maybe you're not paying, you are paying tax. Sometimes maybe I've checked your bank, you see the debited the stamp duty, 15 naira. That's tax. When you send 10,000 or above 10,000, but that's not VAT, but that is a tax. Call them stamp duties. So value added tax are charged on goods and services. Are we there now? Okay, then we have personal income tax. These are paid by sole proprietors via payee means pay as you earn or direct assessment. Let me explain this. Now, maybe I don't have a company, we have different types of business. We have sole proprietor, that's one man business. We have a partnership. We have a limited liability company. Then we have all those that share their shares, incorporated company or something like that. Now, for a sole proprietorship, for let's say I'm a one man business now. Maybe I run a small kiosk. The way I pay my tax is through direct assessment. Yes, that is mostly done by the state government, the state internal revenue service. They just come, they assess your shop, assess your okay, they assess your shop, assess everything about it, and they give you with that they tell you the amount that they call that's direct assessment. They come to your shop, they come to your business, they look at, okay, so give me this, pay this, pay this, pay that. Do you understand me? Maybe sometimes you hear that both state and local government, you hear that say, oh, the local government came to this one. So sometimes they may see your shop for maybe you are not paying. So they look at you and they just assess the goods in your shop and everything. That's for a sole proprietor, a one man business. Therefore, for personal income tax is also paid by employees. You pay tax. For Nigeria, they call it pay as you earn. Is that we following? As an employee now, before I receive my salary, it is deducted by the company to pay to the government. Deducted by the state government though. Because when it comes to tax, there are some the company is mostly by the federal government. Yeah, but all these sole proprietorship and employee tax, call it personal income tax, is deducted from the employee salary. So before you receive your salary, government takes it. So that one said you won't say that you are not going to pay because your employer has taken it already to pay the government. Please, are we following? Yes. So then we have withholding tax, 5 to 10% on rent, contract, consulting fee, etc. Then education tax. Now this one now I'm going to break them down now. Education tax. I'll come back to this place. Education tax is 2.5%. It's taxed on only companies. Government tax companies so that to fund education. Yes, education tax on companies 2.5% of their revenue to fund education. There are schools like universities, polytechnic, all these federal schools you are seeing. Some of these government take tax from companies start to help to fund projects. But it's a pity that in the country sometimes you know how our money goes. It's not. I'm trying to be careful. My eyes online. You are scared now. So we're using allegedly. Okay. So that's education tax paid by companies to institutions. Then stamp duties, yes. For transactions, yes, you pay stamp duties. Even when for checks, all those things. For example, you receive debits, you collect 15 naira. These are stamp duties for checks, transactions, and everything. These are where government collect taxes. Now, mind you, there are some of these taxes that whether you want to pay or you don't want to pay, you will pay. Like that stamp duties now, you're not going to call your bank that why they debit 15 naira. But there are some that it's you. You see some company, especially those ones that those companies that are public that sell shares. At times you see that maybe most of them they like to reduce the amount of because they publish their profits annually. So at times they reduce it because they want to avoid paying taxes. Yeah, but if government gets to find that is a problem. As I say, sometimes you see maybe a year of maybe sometimes governments, I don't know how it's in Nigeria, but some countries they send auditors there to confirm what's going on. So and stuff like that. So stamp then local government levies. Now local governments take levies from people maybe want to establish a business, levies and permits. Take for example, what is your driver's license? It's a form of taxation. For you to drive, you have to pay. It's not free, you are paying. Then your learner's permit. These are taxes. You pay them. Then levies. Then there are some businesses you want to open. Then you have to take license. Take for example, I want to open a bakery now. I have to take license from NAFDAC. Maybe I want to get I want to start producing food and drug food. Maybe all these some people to say NAFDAC approved. That is a levy, that is a license by NAFDAC. Anybody that want to produce goods like food, consumable items that are consumed, maybe they want to produce this, all these whatever, they that should be approved by NAFDAC. You cannot tell me you are selling, don't let me produce, not as if you are maybe selling it, like you are going to package it. It has to be approved or you'll be arrested. Then for those, that's for consumables. It's something that you can use that you have to buy again. That's for consumables. Then there's what we call there's an agency in Nigeria called SUN. That's the standard version of Nigeria. That one is for industrial goods. Maybe you are producing things like let's say cement, let's say razor blade, or things that you use to do your stuff. It has to meet a minimum standard. Sometimes you watch on the TV that some agents, some standard version of Nigeria, they sent their whatever to go to a company or whatever, and they saw that their goods are substandard and they will destroy it. So these are forms of tax. These are types of taxation. You know, so we also have other tax like capital gain tax, the tax remained from maybe you bought something so and so price, your profit on it is taxed. Take for example now, it's just that in Nigeria we don't really pay too much tax. Something like Britain, you pay tax on everything. Even your own house, you are paying tax. So for example now, somebody dies now, inheritance that the parents give to the child, you pay tax on it. But they have if Nigeria can say okay, we want to collect, like next year now they say that every account from 800,000 above, from next year now, that's your personal income tax, you be taxed. The first 800,000 you receive is not but from 800,000 above to 3 million, they will charge you 15%. Government want to start collecting taxes more from the citizens of Nigeria. Yes, but are you following? You are listening. Yeah, normally it should be, if you go to developed societies, I love using that word. You hear, I pay my taxes, government should do this, but in Nigeria, it's God will help us. God will help us. And we hope that Nigeria becomes better, because this is the only country we have. No matter how you travel outside of the country, home is home. If Nigeria was good, we wouldn't have been here and everything. It fell. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Please, viewers, I hope you are following. So taxes are mandatory. As a business owner, pay your taxes. Yeah, even if the government is not fulfilling their duties and obligations to you, as citizens also fulfill your duties to them. Because as a business operating in a country, if the country is a state of war now, you can't operate your business. Yes, Nigeria, we have a security challenge, but it is still okay. That's why we are here. Countries like Afghanistan, though the Taliban government has taken over Afghanistan, they are not fighting like that anymore. But it is still there are some things you cannot do. Countries that are at war now, like this Russia-Ukraine fight, you can't tell me that you come and open your business. No, you can't. No, do the Nigerian Biafran war? Want to come and selling land? No, you can't. So since government is giving you security, so please pay your tax, because that through your tax they pay civil servants, through your tax government embark on projects, through your tax the soldiers are being paid and everything. Though government have other way of getting money, like investment. Nigeria, for example now, major source of foreign revenue is through oil. Yes, we are largely an oil dependent economy, but however we still need taxes, and we are going to pay a lot of tax coming up, because this is our president. He is very smart. So it's not a problem for government to demand tax. It's a problem whereby after collecting the tax, the money they are taking it for, we have to see it. Let us see projects and everything. So I'm not a politician. I'm just doing my allegedly, please. Now, so please, the next slide. Are we okay? Yes. Now, there are two tax authorities in Nigeria. Like I was saying, but they're doing this on the slide. We have the Federal Internal Revenue Service, and the State Internal Revenue Service. Federal. Now, federal handles VAT, that's value added tax. That will be 7.5%, right? Tax on goods and services, like the biscuit you buy, the Yankee you buy. You know you are paying the tax, but the price you are paying is included, because that price was when it comes to goods distribution, we have the wholesalers, the retailer, and the consumer. So VAT is paid by the consumers, people that buy. So it has been put in by the retailer. So it's a tax goes straight to the federal government. Your company tax, federal government. Education tax, federal government. That's the Federal Internal Revenue Service, that's the authority on that collects taxes. Then your corporate stamp duties. Yeah, stamp duties are like in terms of transfer, your checks and everything, you pay out. These are for the federal level. Then the states and those personal income tax, the one for sole proprietors, one man business. Then pay as you earn. This pay as you earn was developed by Nigeria to tax, like I said, to tax employees as you are getting your salary. It is removed even before you get your salary. I don't know how it is here, but most before you get, they remove it. That's your personal income tax. Then individual, then business premises levies. Even those that are sellers, we believe, those that are along the road, you know, they pay tax to local government. Yes. They pay yeah. They pay, right? All those POS, those one I saw, all those POS operators, they want that POS. How much? I was like, how much is POS making? Once we say they're making a lot of money, but come on. So they are paying for space. Everything you are paying for it. In Britain, now, do you don't pay tax on the head at the Brit? Pay tax on everything. Everything you pay tax. Is everything. That's true. Yeah, 40%. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. That's true. But yeah, there are people there that don't still pay. Even with all these yeah. So please hope you're following. I love how the class is interactive. And this is my first time, so please pardon me. I'm a bit nervous, but it's alright because I'm seeing beautiful and handsome faces. And this is a great Pinnacle Builders and my viewers online. So it's really an honor. So are we just most like okay? Yeah. So government permits and licenses. I think I talked about this just now. Then NAFDAC registration. This is a National Agency for Food, Drug and Nutrition Control. This one, this permit is for, like I said, people that are for consumables, food and drug. You are all those things you are packaging. You collect license from NAFDAC. Every you say this is NAFDAC approved, so and so number. Yes, form of taxation. Then SON certification. That's Standard Organization of Nigeria. There's a level of standard and industrial goods have to meet. A level of standard some machines have to have for them to be as for a manufacturer. If a manufacturing something now, if you check, you have some things as substandard. That's very bad because the purpose of SON is to prevent substandard product from coming to the country. Here it has collapsed now. For example, you are buying this zinc now. You know we have two types. There's some zinc you buy, it looks like paper. Those are not standard. It shouldn't even be in the country, but we know how it goes. So this government agency, what it does is that when you want to manufacture this kind of thing, you have to get their license and their permits. Normally, they will come to your manufacturing industry, they check it. It has to meet a minimum standard before they give it to you. But we know the way it is in some countries whereby you just give them, I'm not saying it's Nigeria, but in some countries, you just give them some tips and they just approve it for you and everything. Then CAC registration, yes. Pinnacle Builders, Homes and Properties is one all over Nigeria. We cannot have two Pinnacle Builders, Homes and Properties because it is an entity on its own. Just as you have a human being living, this is an entity. It can sue and be sued. It's a person. So that's why you can see Pinnacle Builders Limited can take somebody to court, not the director, the company itself. So it's an entity. So for you to register your company, you have to register under the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria, the CAC certificate. You pay for it. It's not so it's a form of tax. That's license and permits. Then local government permits. Most of those people that sell along the road, all those things, they get permits from local government. Then environmental regulations, etc. So hope you're following. Taxes are mandatory. As good citizens, you pay your tax. And as entrepreneurs, very important as entrepreneurs, because as an employee now, your taxes is taken by the employer. But as a business owner, please don't. I know the country is not so as we are saying, but just try your possible best. You can settle. Have a real estate company. And when we started, I know the people that will just come in. This one will just come. This local government, they will bring paper for me. One came recently, that was 2 months ago. That one, they said the the paper, oh, this one is not tax. This one say the money I'm paying my staffs, that I should pay 10% for health. See, I say health insurance. Maybe they all said this. Think they all follow. I said me. At least I'm paying company tax, but now people are bringing is somehow because that's how you are educated. So that some government agents cannot just come to you and start taking money from you. Like my company can now, we branded it. So there was one time I was just stopped along the road by some group of people that because I wrote the name of my company and that I have to pay. Okay, I discussed with them, I paid. They gave me some receipts and everything and license. There was many, I took them. Few days ago, I met on that group at Lucky Way. They said I should pay. They said, but I paid all this. I said, no, there's one that they not give me. I said, take and go, I do. So we have some government, some people that are not sent by government, but they may use that just to extort the masses. That's why you should know the type of tax you are paying. So when it comes to me, so I say, as a business, what type of tax is this? Explain to me. They say, come my order, come to my office. Come. It's this country. You have to know all these things. If not, you won't be duped of your money. Because of course, maybe they are government agencies, but they can just decide to do some illegal activities. Think that I paid 30,000 just because I was a client, just to settle there. You have to now stop. Now they saw this is some an average Nigeria doing scam, but there's an innate craze inside of us. If you bring it out, I'm a very calm person. But this is when you push money to the wall, you see some kind of reaction. When I paid you the first time, I showed you everything. You say I still pay for what? So that is it. So we know all this. So please, next slide. Yes. Consequence of non-compliance. Okay. All the one I've been saying now that you pay your tax, you tell yourself you are not paying. You are a strong man. Nothing will happen like we have in the country. I'm not paying and everything. Penalty could be fine. Government can fine your business, and the fine may even be more than the tax that you refuse to pay. I give you example of footballers. Government will fine them for not paying the tax, and the tax they did not pay, they will still pay it. So come on, so just have to. Then business closure. Yes, this one is done mostly by those local government. They'll just come, they'll seal your shop, they'll lock it. You have to pay. Some people will tell you, how much am I selling? Small business, kobo. I understand for that's for small businesses and everything. There are lots of reputation, denial of grants or imprisonment. These are the consequences you may face for non-payment of your taxes, non-compliance. So they still must lie, right? So let's continue. Okay. Practical steps for small and medium enterprise to stay compliant. Now, I want to open a business now, maybe like a real estate company, or maybe I want to supply, because recently I opened on that company. We want to start supplying building materials to clients that we sold land for. I was like, okay, I've finished selling land now. How do I make more money? I'm an entrepreneur. I was thinking, what do I do? I said, okay, let's supply them cement, let's supply them sand, let's supply them rods. So I established on that company, got an office, and I'm working on this. Once you buy one from my hand, all the materials will be me. So I'll keep getting the money. You understand? The money will not leave me. Yeah. So you have to find ways. So register with CAC. That is a practical step for. I believe I'm going to entrepreneurs here. I know, yes, we may work for Pinnacle Brainiacs for now, but then later we may want to have our own business. Maybe not real estate. Maybe maybe fashion or hair. No, now there's this thing about hair business. Guess I'll always posting. I'm not scrolling my TikTok 2 times. I'm seeing bouncy. Then somebody will just send it to me. So look at this hair. I'm like, this is 50 by 100. This is 50 by 100 because everything about it is 50 by 100, 100 by 100. I only 50 by 100. Okay, so register with CAC. Now CAC, you can register as, so people register business name, but the best register as a company. Register maybe as a company. Then obtain a TIN, that's a tax application number, then your VAT registration. Every company has a TIN. Your TIN is what you use to open a bank account. That's why if you want to send money to Pinnacle Brainiacs, then you're not sending money to Mr. Samson, you're sending to this your account, Pinnacle Brainiacs Homes and Properties. So every company has a TIN, that's tax identification number. Most times, once you, I don't know how it is now, but if you register with CAC, they send your tax account number alongside with it. I don't know how it is. I don't know the recent one. But I think one of my friends was telling me that after you register with CSC, you have to say apply again. I don't know. But then when I registered my business, as I registered, the TIN went with it. So they keep financial records. These are ways to stay compliant. According to Cosmos Maduka, one of my role models in business, a very big man now, but when he was starting, you have what we call a book for your profit, a book, so not profit now, a book for income, and the one for expense. He said in his business, then, even if it's as small as a Coca-Cola, you write it. You understand me? So I'm giving an example. So have financial record at the company, keep financial records, have bookkeepers. They know the money that comes into the company and the money that goes out of what? Out of the company. Then hire an accountant. Maybe as a small business, you may not have an accountant yet, but you hire an accountant, renew your permits, then remit taxes on time and stuff like that. There are some permits that you renew, not just maybe like your driver license now, you renew them. I think they have 5 years and 3 years. You renew. So if you are arrested by the police officer now, you are showing them an expired driver license, they will still keep you because it's expired, so renew and everything. Yeah. Then a scenario. A bakery selling packaged bread must register with CAC. Yes, that's a business. Then obtain NAFDAC approval. Then secure local permits, register for VAT, and file annual returns. That's a bakery now, selling packaged bread. Like this popular one out in Osaka, right? Yeah. There's a bread, I tell you, this bread that we used to buy. Nadia, yes, Nadia. Then I stayed in for 4. The particular bread I would like, PPRH. Then Unimed bread was not so nice. So PPRH bread was the best. We just smuggle it over 4. Oh God. Let's look at you are local champions. Maybe that people are like to comment there. Because no afford they kind of beats you. Oh God. So a broken selling package demonstration with CAC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission, get your business name or a company, then obtain NAFDAC approval for consumable goods, you get your NAFDAC approval, then secure local permits, that's the area you are, then register for the value added tax. This is because the consumers that are paying for the bread, they are the ones that pay the VAT. So the price you are selling, for example, I'm selling the bread 2.5 now, for example. Instead that 2.5 is the tax. So you can remit it. Do you understand me? Yes. Then file your annual returns, the money you make yearly. So this is assignment. Before we get this assignment, let's go by again. So we've discussed taxation, discussed the type of taxes, we've discussed the importance of compliance. Yes, so entrepreneurs should comply to pay their taxes because failure, non-compliance can lead to your business to be shut down. Imagine you as an entrepreneur. Like, I don't know about you as an entrepreneur. Most times when I sleep, I think of my company. It's like it's like my first wife, it's like my first child. So it keeps me awake. Whenever I'm sleeping, I just wake up. It's like something that you produce. It's very sweet. Like if you know the way Pinnacle Builders homes of property is very dear. I know it's dear to the staffs. It's very dear to your boss. You won't understand. It is like a wife, the company. So imagine your business that you so much love. Even when I was very sick. I was very sick, almost at the point of death. I was just thinking about I was like, this is my company. What will now happen? Like, you guys not fine. I was thinking about, imagine this thing that you so much love and it is shut down by the government just because of little money that you are willing to pay because you want to gain 1 or 2. So please, let us endeavor as entrepreneurs, as business owners, have it in mind that we are going to pay tax. As a small business, government may not disturb you for now, so you may think you are free. Start going. You don't remain small forever. Start having, let your money start passing through your account. They will find you. You see, you are doing advertisement every time. You cannot avoid it. So you don't remain small forever. You want to grow. And as you are growing, have it in mind that you should pay your taxes to the government. So please, I'm going to give you 4 questions. Maybe like something I don't understand, you can ask, and I'll throw more light on it. So we're running off now. So I can go to my community. Igba. I stay in the same community with your boss. That's where our company is. So Igba is a land of promise. So very nice place. Any business that are doing there prospers. Yeah. So please, any question? But hope we got what I said. We got it right. Yes.
You said the tax just from businesses that earn like 100 million.
For large businesses,
Yeah, for large.
30%. Yes.
That means the rest are not paying for now.
No. Okay. No. For a medium enterprise, at least from 50 million to 25 million, they pay, but not up to 30%. Maybe like 20. Can't get there, but they pay. But for small business with 25 million below, they don't pay. They don't pay. Yes, because government fee you are just starting. So we have different types of taxation. We have what we call progressive, regressive. For a country that operates progressive taxation, the higher income you have, the higher you pay for your taxes. The lower the income, the lower you pay. But for a regressive country, there is the lower you earn, the more you pay. Like countries like US now, people that are self-employed and people that are employees, they pay more taxes than big businesses. Because those big businesses, government feel that they are giving employment, so they have some tax their government just give them so that they can increase their business. So for big companies, they pay 30%, but for middle companies that just come like 50 million to 25 million or so, they pay I think around 20%. But for those 25 million below, for their annual revenue, imagine a whole full year you earn 20 million as a company. Government feels you are not making enough, so you are not taxed for it. Yes. Thank you. So the assignment, outline 3 key tax obligations for a small enterprise in Nigeria. Yes. Tax obligations for a small businesses. Yes. So I believe when we come, I'll look at your work and everything. So please talk about it. And yes.
I still have a question.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I was discussing with a lady.
Okay.
She runs this supermarts like
Okay.
where she says mini supermarket.
Yes.
So she said she just opened it last year. So she went to the state's revenue that they
Yes.
said she cannot start paying tax now until almost 2 years, 1 year, 8 months. I said, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So I want to know if that actually applies, or there are still some persons they are paying tax like locally,
Yes.
and in another way, when they now register their business with
Yes.
CAC,
Yes.
they will now say they say we should not pay tax till the next 1 year, 8 months.
Yes.
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is that is it that we are supposed to wait till 1 year, 8 months before we start paying tax
Okay.
for a new business that is coming up?
That's where a business that is registered as a business.
That is registered as a
Okay.
business.
Okay.
Or immediately we just open, just go straight to the
To pay
office
tax.
and start to pay
Okay.
tax. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that. That's a good question. Now, as a business that you are just starting, like I said, for small businesses, I believe the reason the state internal revenue but if it's for a business, it should be the federal. But I believe why they give that more duration, because you are a new business. You are just starting, so you've not even your revenue for a year. You don't even know how much. So how can government tax that? So let's wait for a year and see what's your revenue that you've gotten, the amount of money you can make. If it's below 20 million, you won't be taxed according to Nigeria tax regulations. You won't be taxed. So at least once you start going, government starts saying that okay, this person is coming up, then they start taking taxes from you. Then for, like you said, someone that owns a sole proprietor that want to establish, yes, that's a different brand of sole proprietors. You are selling, so most times the government agency will just come and look at you and give her that direct access. But if you brand into a business, you paying you acquiring for sales certificates, that's a form of taxation. So you are actually paying taxes already to make your business more visible. So you are paying taxes already. So, but if you remain as a sole proprietor, you are going to pay tax to the local government and people that come to assess you. But you want to make it bigger as a company, then there should be an amount of money you earn yearly that will determine how much you can be taxed. So I believe that is why they gave the woman a yarn statement, because she's just starting the business. that's something I cannot say on camera, and I would have said it maybe because you're just starting, so they feel okay. Let's give this person time to grow and make money. So I believe I answered your question, sir. Okay. Yes, please. Yes.
I was working with someone many years ago,
Okay.
and I discovered that he understands a lot about tax.
Okay.
So I believe he owns a company registered limited liability,
Yes.
and he's paying his annual return.
Yes.
He's doing his FIRS,
Yes.
his federal. But once in a while, state still comes and check.
As a company.
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
state comes because they just come is using four buildings,
Wow.
like no, not buildings, sorry, four big shops around that etete. So they just come, they check the studio, they check this, they check this, they check this. They say, sir, you have to give us something. As if they are begging, as if it's police.
Yeah.
And at the end, you just say, right, say, I'm actually. There's nothing he will tell them. He will still drop at least 10,000, 15,000.
Yes. Yes.
Give them, but most times it could be yearly, or it's not monthly. They don't come monthly.
Okay.
After some time, they will now to take time.
They'll
Maybe
come
3-4 months, they will not come again. So is it supposed to be like that?
As a police officer, I ever stopped you on the road, are you showing everything? I will tell you. So it's the country where, but normally it shouldn't be like that, because you're already paying your. And be surprised the money you give to those persons. Surprised it may never get to the office. And those guys that stopped me on the way, collected money from me. That don't stop. It doesn't. That place, so they've shared the money. So that is it. So normally it shouldn't be like that, but the country we find ourselves in. So that's why you should be as a citizen, as an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur is as a leader of a business. You are like everything. Though you have a team, but you should have knowledge about every side of the. You have some knowledge on law, some knowledge on diplomacy. So when they come now, you just follow them and what, just talk to them and see give them so that they can go and leave you. Police officer can stop you. You show him everything. Yes, he will keep you there. You want to drive and go, Abi. So that is it. So any other question? So thank you. The class is very interactive. I like that. So thank you so much for your time. My name remains Dayo Oguni. I'm the MD of Skyrise VC Limited. So thank you so much for the applause. So we are a brokerage firm. What we do is to partner with real estate companies and help sell their properties. Yes, we have a team of realtors that train how to sell. Selling is a skill. So and it's a way of getting money, and a way of it's a very powerful skill. Just like you have maybe somebody that learns carpentry or a doctor. Sales is a skill. It's the way you sell, the way you market yourself. So that's what we do. They recently also established another company that supply building material and everything. So your boss is a very good friend, is a mentor, and is a father. Thank you so much, Pinnacle Brainiacs, Homes and Property. Thank you, our online listeners. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, thank you so much, sir. So you went over for.
A lot about taxation. Just to throw a bit more light, what he was trying to say about the 25 million naira downwards not being taxable is even one of the reasons why we are saying that as a starting entrepreneur, you need to register your company not as a business name, because registering your company as a business name makes you a sole proprietor and you are liable to being taxed. You are going to be getting, like what he was saying, that personal income tax on your business. So they are going to be taxing you because as a sole proprietor, you are one with your business. You are the same with your business. You are the one in charge of the business. But as a limited liability company, you are now separate from your business. Your business is an entity in itself. You are an entity of yourself. So any amount you earn, they are going to be taxing you based on your personal salary. But your business will be taxed according to the amount it gets, the revenue yearly. And if it's getting 25 million downwards, less than 25 million and below, your business will not be taxed. 25 million and above, you are going to be taxed. Like what you said, from 25 million to about 50 million, there's about 15 to 20% you are going to pay. Then from 100 million and above, you'll be paying 30% yearly. So if your business is just starting, obviously you'll not be getting that amount of money It's possible, it's very possible. That's what we pray for, exponential increase. But for a starting business within 1 year, you let me say you are under 25 million, 25 million, 25 million downwards, your business won't be taxed as a limited liability company. That's how it is. But if your business is a business name, you are going to be getting direct income, direct evaluation, or personal income tax on your business. So please, every one of us, as much as possible, if you have your business registered as a business name, you could upgrade it to a limited liability company. Then in the corporate affairs commission, in business registration, there are different categories. The basic of them is business name registration. That's like the list of them. Then you have the limited private limited liability company, then you have the public limited liability company, and so on and so forth. So please, let's be up and doing and be compliant. The truth is, whether you feel Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is good, at the end of the day, everybody is liable to the law. And the law, no matter how much you feel is not served the way you want it to be served, the law is not sentimental. If you are in the negative side of the law, you take the consequences. If you are the positive side of the law, you take the consequences. So we are done for today. This is the second to the last class for this cohort. Next week, we are going to be having another person coming to teach us on cash flow and how to put ourselves out there, branding, and a whole lot of things. So let's prepare ourselves. And also, if you can invite someone who may not necessarily may have been active with this cohort so far, to just come and learn. It's very important. Your friend, your family members, just come and learn about how to constantly maintain cash flow in their business, how to put themselves out there, personal branding and business branding, to ensure that more faces, more eyes, more eyeballs see your business, and your business become much more popular and influential. It will go a long way in shifting our business. The year is about to end, and I don't believe any one of us should do business the way we did it 2025, 2026. 2026 is supposed to be way better, 10 times better than 2025 is. So it's an error. Zig Ziglar said that it's an error for a person. Madness, the pure one of the definitions of madness is doing one thing continually and expecting the same results. So if you want to expect to get different and better results, you have to do things differently. That's why we are doing what we are doing. So next week is going to be very strategic, and we expect everyone to be active. Thank you very much, everyone. Today will be let's all have a good day. On Thursday, we are going to be going live. Are we still here? All right. Sorry for that. For those online, Thursday, please, our boss, engineer Pastor Samson Ayolaje is going to be taking us on a very there's something he does, and it's very sacrificial, because he really doesn't have any reason to be doing it for free, because to some extent he has results. It's not a small man, whether I like it or not, he has results. But he's going to be taking another 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours of his time on Thursday online to be teaching us on some special nitty-gritties of business that he himself curated for us. And one of the ways we show appreciation for him is to be online. He's not asking us to pay anything, so we have to be online and be there as he's teaching. So on Thursday, it's going to be on a WhatsApp call. Let's all log in. It's 8 p.m. at most 9 p.m. we start. 8 to 9 p.m. we can start in between. So we can start by 8:30 or 9 p.m. Then we take it for 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes. Then we are done. Please, let's always try to be responsive on the group. And I believe that at the end of the day, our businesses are going to flourish beyond and beyond. Thank you very much, everyone. Yes.